The inconvenience of their work.
Crockett. I live at 1014 Emerson Street in Beloit, and I'm here with a group of people that's interested in we're proposing a backyard chicken ordinance to make it okay for people to be able to have up to 4 hens in their yard. So I myself work at Angelic Organics Learning Center, which is an educational nonprofit about 10 miles from here in Illinois, and we do programs and classes on teaching people how to keep chickens. So what I'd like to do is to speak a little bit about what some of the realities are about chickens and address some of the concerns that people often have. So one concern that we hear frequently is about noise, and there are 2 kinds of chickens, boys and girls. The roosters are the ones that make a lot of noise, and what we're suggesting is that people be allowed to have up to 4 hens. They're much quieter. They're quieter than many songbirds. They're certainly quieter than a barking dog. Another concern is about manure. As long as there's adequate bedding underneath them, then there shouldn't be any odors. That manure can be composted and put into gardens and used on lawns as a natural kind of fertilizer. And in terms of the volume of the manure, if you again were to compare those 4 hens with a medium-sized dog, they make about 1/3 of the amount of manure, so it's less than the pet waste that's around. Another concern is about disease and pests. So chickens that are in an outdoor environment, they're not crowded, and they have a diverse diet are much less likely to have disease. And things like salmonella that are on eggs that are produced commercially are much rarer on backyard chickens. As long as the chickens have good housing, there aren't concerns in terms of rodents or predators like raccoons being able to get to them. And there are lots of really good resources on the internet and through classes and things like that where people can learn how to build, or you can purchase an adequate chicken house. In terms of pests, chickens can actually help reduce pests in the city. So they are omnivores, so they will eat weed seeds, they'll eat insect pests, they'll eat snails and slugs and things like that as well. The other thing that they love to eat are food scraps, and so some other municipalities that allow chickens have shown. Okay, great. They've shown that they're able to reduce some of the solid waste going into their landfills. So that's another benefit for the city. I've got a packet for you that has our ordinance that we're proposing. It also has lists some answers to questions about chickens, and it tells about 2 classes that we have coming up at the Learning Center. And if you want to learn more, you're welcome to come take a class on chickens. We've got one that's right near here, and then we've got another one in Chicago that's specifically on the urban environment. So I've got these packets to give to you, and I thank you for your time.
Our ward map, so I did mention that as well.